In a quiet jungle, near a wide flowing river, lived many animals. Everyone knew who was strong and who was weak. The lion was the king, feared by all. The fox was clever and always thinking ahead. The deer was gentle and calm, loved by everyone. And then there was the camel. The camel was known as the good one, always helping, always working, always saying yes. If someone needed help, the camel was there. If someone needed food carried, the camel carried it. He believed with all his heart that if he stayed good, the jungle would treat him kindly in return. Every day, the camel walked long distances under the hot sun. He carried heavy loads, helped others build shelters, and never complained. While others rested, he worked. While others slept, he stayed awake. Deep inside, he felt tired, but he ignored it. He told himself that being good was enough. The deer respected him and often thanked him, but the fox noticed something else. The fox noticed that the camel never said no. Not even once. And the fox smiled a clever smile, because he knew how to use that weakness. One day, the lion called a meeting. He said the jungle needed food stored for the dry season. Before anyone else could speak, the fox quickly said that the camel could do it. He is strong, the fox said, and he never refuses. The camel felt his body ache, but he lowered his head and agreed. Day after day, he worked alone while others rested. Slowly, something heavy grew inside him. It was not anger. It was the feeling of being treated unfairly. One night, the camel sat by the river, staring at the water. The deer came and asked him softly why he never said no. The camel replied that he wanted peace and did not want problems. The deer looked at him sadly and said that peace without respect never lasts. But the camel did not understand yet. He still believed that being good was enough. A few days later, the fox came running and shouted that there was an emergency. He said the lion needed help crossing the river and the camel should carry the food. The camel looked at the river. The water was fast and dangerous. He hesitated and said it was risky. The fox leaned closer and whispered, "But you are good, right?" Those words trapped the camel. And once again, he agreed. The camel stepped into the river with a heavy load on his back. The current was strong. Halfway across, his foot slipped. The water rushed around him and the food fell into the river. He struggled and cried for help, but no one came. The fox stood far away, watching. The camel barely made it to the shore, exhausted and shaking. Lying there on the wet ground, he realized a painful truth. When he needed others the most, his goodness meant nothing to them. Later, the lion arrived, angry about the lost food. Slowly, the camel stood up. For the first time in his life, he lifted his head and spoke firmly. He said that he was good, but he was not weak. The jungle fell silent. He said he would help, but he would no longer allow others to use him. His voice was calm, but strong. Something changed in that moment. From that day on, the camel was still kind, but no longer silent. He helped, but with limits. He spoke when something was wrong and rested when he was tired. The fox lost his control, and even the lion learned to respect him. The deer smiled, because the camel had finally learned the truth. Being good does not mean being powerless. Being kind does not mean being silent. If you always give but never stand up for yourself, people will take advantage of you. So be good but also be brave. Help others, but protect your self-respect. Because in this world, being good is not enough, unless you also know your worth.